Oh, wow. Apparently, broken mind. In Tolstoy's Confession, he talks about meaning in faith. He had many problems with religion and the church. How can a non-religious person find a meaningful non-religious faith? Oh, well, it depends on what you mean by non-religious. I would say, for broken mind, you know, let's I was thinking about this today. I was writing about this today. I was writing about Dostoevsky as compared to Nietzsche. And Nietzsche was a great critic of Christianity, and so was Dostoevsky. But Dostoevsky, I think, trumped Nietzsche with regards to his attitude towards Christianity. And I think you could really see this. You could read the Brothers Karamazov. I would really recommend that. Broken Mind, everything. Get your hands on Dostoevsky. Read everything you can he wrote. Because Dostoevsky really, and you like Tolstoy's Confession, read Dostoevsky. But, Dostoevsky has this character in the Brothers Karamazov, Alyosha. And Alyosha is a monastic novitiate, and who's a kind of a naive guy intellectually, although a very good person. A simple person intellectually, let's say, perhaps not naive. And he has this older brother, Ivan, who's a devastating intellect and a handsome man and a rake with the women and really a well put together human being, although quite nihilistic and cutting in his intellect. And Ivan can absolutely demolish Alyosha in a debate, and does quite regularly. But Alyosha basically wins the argument in the book, let's say, as the book plays itself out, by acting like a good person. And I would say, if you want to develop a religious faith, in some sense, forget about trying to develop faith in God. I don't think you can will yourself into that. I'm not even sure that you should. But I do think that you can decide that you are going to do what you can to live a meaningful life and be a good person, and start to meditate on what that means, and then to start to put it in practice. And then you find your religious faith in the domain of action rather than conceptualization. And that's really the primary domain in which it should be manifested anyways. Like the primary Christian commitment, for example, is the imitation of Christ, not the belief in his divinity, or the belief that he died for the sins of mankind or any of that. And I'm not making light of that. But the primary moral injunction is to try to live the archetypal life within the confines of your own subjective being, to try to live the most divine life that you can. And if you try that, and if you take that seriously, and if you meditate upon that and ask yourself what it might mean, then I think you'll find the religious element of your life fleshing itself out quite nicely. So that's the answer to that question.